Well, it seems that it's working. I can't believe it. Okay, welcome, welcome. This time it seems like I'm live in my group, in my Facebook group. Just, it seems that I am. I'm not sure, but it seems that I am. It says that I am, but I'm not seeing myself. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Whether you're in Zoom with me or live on my Facebook group. Yes, I am live in my Facebook group. Gosh, it's a journey nowadays to go live in your Facebook group. So I'm just gonna poof poof poof. I'm just gonna spotlight myself. Voila. So welcome everyone. This whether you're watching this live or the recording. I'm really excited that you're here. So I should be streaming. No, I am streaming live in my Facebook group, so hopefully you can catch that there. If you do see me live in the group, you are welcome to leave me a comment so that I can know that you see me all right. And thanks for being here if you're in the Zoom as well. So without further ado, I think I'm going to go and start with our Lughnasadh circle today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Isaya, Isaya Gabriel, and I've been doing, if you want to know more about me, you'll find everything around in the group. I'm not going to go into promotion mode. I've been doing these online circles, and then they go onto my podcast, and I've been doing them for a few years now, but I've never actually done them live. So 2025 is the first year, and I started in at Imbolc, and we're going. So this is the Lughnasadh circle, and I'm going to explain a little bit about that in a minute. For now, we are going to first try and land here and be sure that we can really be here. So whether you're watching this live or on the recording, I invite you to now take 3 breaths. So the first breath is to let go of the past. So, and I'm not saying that we're going to let go of all your past right now, but we are just going to set it aside for now. For the next 45 minutes to an hour, you don't need to be elsewhere. You don't need to be in your past. So we're going to inhale and let go of the past for now. The second breath, we're going to do the exact same thing for the future, whatever's going to happen after this circle. It doesn't matter. Right now, we don't need that. So we inhale and we exhale and let go of the future. And the final and third and final breath is about really finding our ground here and rooting ourselves in this present moment. So I inhale and I land. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So one of the first things I usually do when I come to circle is light a candle. If you don't have one, you're welcome to use mine energetically. So this, I'm just checking that you can see it on screen. Yes, you can. Amazing. And then I'm going to open the circle. This is a magic sacred circle, so I'm going to do the invocations. From the north, we call the element of earth and everything that is underground and rooted, our ancestors, our past, the bones, the animals that live underground. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. From the east, we call the element of air and everything that flies, birds, flying animals, and angels, and everything that is connected to our thoughts and to our minds. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. From the south, we call the element of fire, and every fire, magic, dragon, animal, phoenixes, and everything that is linked to our desires, our passions, our drives. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. From the west, we call the element of water and everything that flows and swims, the fish, the mammals, the mermaids, and everything that is linked to our emotions and our feelings. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. From above, we call Father Sky Uranus and his infinite peace. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. From below, we call Mother Earth, yeah, and her unconditional love. We call you in, we call you in, we call you in. I invite also, if you want them, the magic of your own spiritual team. I know I call mine the dream team. And so, if you want your guides, if you're okay to share them with a circle, guides, animal totems, um, ancestors, archangels, angels, whoever is walking with you, they're welcome here. I also invite the goddess Hecate, goddess of crossroads, who is always there when we work around um, changing things. And for this particular circle, we invite the goddess Hera, and I will tell you a little bit more about that. Hera, queen goddess of the green gods and goddesses. And so the circle is created. So mote it be. So, what we do in circle, we can do many, many things, of course. The circle is a container, it's a sacred container for a pause, for a ritual. So, what I call a ritual is basically a sacred pause in the mundane. So, we just take a minute to be okay with whatever is happening and to not be doing anything specific. So we allow for thought, celebration, release, dreaming, ideas, etc., etc. I personally use the seasonal changes for these circles, for these moments of pause and reflection. And it allows me to reflect on personal growth, on life, on changes over the year. The seasonal energy is a very powerful one, and as it is obviously connected with nature, it guides our personal growth and gives us kind of these sorry, I'm losing my English words here. These moments that are ritualized in the year to do this reflection. And every season, even the quiet ones, offer opportunity to grow. So I think that it's always interesting to follow as nature is shifting and transforming with the seasons. We are influenced by nature and by the way the seasons unfold. So this is going to be a circle led from the northern hemisphere. Of course, if you're in the southern hemisphere, I recommend you don't watch this live, but watch this in 6 months' time when it concerns you. It's really interesting to see how the seasonal ebbs and flows, pushes and pull, they push and they pull on our spirits, on our lives. And yeah, they can be these eight pagan festivals. They can be checkpoints to see where we stand and how we want to plan the next 6 weeks until the next festival, or if not more, obviously. So, one of the first things that I connect with when I want to connect with the energy of the season is, sorry, I'm trying to find here, is the music. So I created a playlist for each of the festivals. So I've just granted you access to that playlist. You can click on the link and listen to that. For me, it's really a nice way to connect with the energy of that particular festival. I'm going to share something that I really like, basically, which is a poem I wrote about Lughnasadh before we go into strict explanations, because it's really interesting how our brain wants to, very often wants to understand, but I would like you to feel first what the energy of the season is for Lughnasadh. The festival is also called Lamas, and I'll discuss that in a minute. So for now, let me, no, sorry. I'm trying to find how to share my screen. There we go. Hopefully that works. And voila. So you can have this image and listen to the poem that came to me last year. In the golden glow of summer's vein, Lughnasadh's spirit greets the grain, A whisper warm in the ripened air fills the earth with bounty rare. When fields of amber sway and sigh, when harvest breaths begin to lie, when skies are bright and warm the days, Lughnasadh's touch guides the reaping ways. In the stillness of late summer's gleam, the sun god's gift weave a dream. A vibrant call in the dusky air, he blesses the land with tender care. Beneath the sky, life yields its best, as corn and wheat form nature's crest, the pulse of labor, a heartbeat proud, Lughnasadh's presence speaks aloud. Songs of abundance, sacred and strong, in the evening light where workers belong. Bathed in the amber glow of Lughnasadh's eve, a tapestry of toil, and joy we weave. Sun's embrace, a gentle cheer, gives the harvest, fire and near. Bringer of plenty with hands of gold, she tells the story of seasons old. Yet the days grow short, the light more soft. Lughnasadh's song lifts hearts aloft. Fields give thanks in the golden hue, a dance of gratitude, life's review. So I hope that you can connect with this magic moment of the first harvest. I'm just going to check if I've got some comments that I need to be answering to. I think we're good. So one of the magic, sorry, I've lost my notes now, of this festival is that it has two names. So I call it Lughnasadh, and it's this weird spelling that comes from the Gaelic or the Celtic word, and then it's also called Lammas. So the Lughnasadh word comes from a Gaelic solar deity, god of the harvest. So for once, I'm speaking about gods and not goddesses. And this god is called Lugh, Lugh, or Lugh. I don't know if you want to insist on that. And the festival marks the gathering of grains ripened by the sun rays. So, in fact, in Irish Gaelic, the word for August is Lughnasadh, written differently. And so this festival is pronounced Lughnasadh. Now, it also is called Lammas, and it comes from loaf mass, which is a Saxon word, which means bread mass. So this is a more Christian version of the festival. It celebrates the moment when freshly baked loaves were placed on the church altar, when the grain was harvested. So it's basically whatever you want to call it. It's a celebration of the first harvest of the year. It's a sacred moment. It's also, weirdly enough, despite the feeling that might be now around us, it's the beginning of autumn. There are, in fact, 3 harvest festivals. This is the first one, Lughnasadh. Then we have Mabon, which is also the autumn equinox, and then Samhain on October 31st, which the 3 are the importance of the harvest for our ancestors, for ancients, is highlighted by the fact that out of 8 festivals, there's 3 of them that are connected with harvest. It was so freaking important, basically, because, well, from harvest depended, how much we could have to eat during the year, obviously. In 5 words, says she while pointing 3 fingers for some reason, Lughnasadh is about harvest, about ripeness, about the moment in life where everything feels ripe, about offering and about gratitude for the harvest, and also about transition. We are now slowly transitioning into the next season. So, what is Lughnasadh in nature? Think golden fields, first grains, the scent of the earth as it's been warmed already for a few months, sun-drenched meadows, wheat, barley, poppies swaying in the breeze, bees still busy, although they're slower now. They're kind of savoring late summer nectar, trees heavy with fruits, leaves slightly darkened already with maturity. They're not that bright green, yellow greenish of the beginning of spring. First loaves from freshly harvested grain, and the sun is still hot, but it's beginning to wane and we can feel it. We have herbs that can be harvested and be ready to dry, sage, vervain, mint, you name it. The birds are gathering, and in some places already they're preparing to migrate. We can feel the shift. It's subtle, but it's not the big summer feeling that was present in Letha 6 weeks ago. Apples are ripening, blackberries are darkening, fruits are all over the place, and that feels like this fullness, this ripeness is also a pause before we start turning into the descent that is autumn and then winter. Energetically, it's a time where we can discuss the harvest of self. So, what do I mean by that? It's a time to gather the fruits of your inner and outer work. What have you grown? What is ready to be received? It's also a time of gratitude and offering. The earth is giving us in abundance, and we are invited to in return say thank you and offer maybe something in return. And we can recognize the amazing work that the earth has been doing in the last few months or weeks. There's also this is also a time to acknowledge words that are really not very fashionable or sexy at this minute. Effort, right? Labor. Nothing has come, not all the time do come things easily. Sometimes they take effort and labor and choices and walking the path. This is when you can acknowledge the strength it took you to get here, to be at this moment of harvest where you can get the fruits of your labor if you want. And I'm obviously talking metaphorically, although if you are a gardener, that makes sense in every sense as well. So it's really this magic time of feeling how much we have been working and walking towards. I'm not saying we're there, but still, it's good to have a checkpoint on. Hey, I've been doing this. I've been working on myself. I've been putting effort and labor into that, and it's a good time to give gratitude to yourself for doing that work, for having walked this path up to here. And it doesn't matter whether you're still very far away from wherever you want to go, or whether you feel that the goal is just up the road. It's a time, as I was saying also, in Lughnasadh is really a time where the wheel is turning, and we can feel the sun still strong. But if we count the months, even of the year the calendar year that starts in January, there's just 4 months, 5 months left. We're not in the middle. We're over the middle. We've tipped towards, and this is a liminal space, a time to reflect, recalibrate, and release. We are letting go of that first part of 2025, whatever happened or did not happen. It's a good time to reflect and walk towards new goals or new plans and releasing whatever is not working for you anymore. It's about grounding. There's a lot of energy that comes from and in the ground these days. The earth is showing her abundance, and we can then connect with that abundance, that solidity, that grounded empowerment. It's about standing in our embodied wisdom or dreams, or we have walked through the heat and we are carrying the warmth within. Um, it's about there's still a lot of as many of the sorry, I'm losing my words here. As many of the pagan festivals, they're about fire, about bread baking, bonfire. Sorry, yeah, outside fires, candle magic, herb burning, and in general, um, connecting earth and fire very much, and uh, utilizing this heat, this warmth, this flame, this fire to how can I say that? Um, Metaphorically keep us enlightened or warm through the winter. You know, what are we going to carry with this ripeness that we are now, not the person that we were in springtime? We have grown, we have ripened. This is our time to savor it, share it with community, and take it with us into the dark season. So it's a very, very potent time for connecting for with that, you know, with what we have harvested or what we can harvest inside or inwards. There are a few goddesses, and you know, you would, if you know me, you know that I'm going to be talking about goddesses, obviously. So there are a few goddesses that are connected with the festival of Lunasa, and one of them is going to be surprising to you. So the first one is a Celtic goddess called Danu or Anu. It depends on which part of the Celtic world you look at. She's an earth mother goddess. She is the land itself. She kind of is the Celtic equivalent of Gaia. She's great for grounding, abundance, ancestral lineage, and giving thanks. Makes sense, right? Then, weirdly enough, we have another Celtic goddess, which who, sorry, is called the Cailleach, or the I never know really how to pronounce that. So this goddess is the crone of winter. Now, why is she, why do I mention her in Lughnasadh, which is not winter, right? Because she is said to awaken around Lughnasadh. So she is the one who subtly, very subtly, is going to shift the season. So we can honor her and acknowledge the first whispers of decline, of darkness. Even amid this crazy abundance, here she is waking up and taking us with her into this journey, into the dark days. And finally, obviously, I'm going to talk about a Greek goddess because, well, you know me, I'm obsessed. So that's a fact of life. So the goddess, amongst the eight goddesses that I work with on a daily basis and that constitute my dream team of connection with the divine, there is one that is connected with Lunasa in a weird way, again, or in a not so obvious way, and it's Hera. Hera is the queen of the gods of the Olympus. She is the wife of Zeus, and she is goddess of commitment, sacred union, and emotional truth. She's the guardian of vows, the nurturer of bonds, the fierce protector who understands the power of loyalty and the sacred rhythm in relationships, the importance of community. She is also here to remind us of the commitments we have made in partnerships, in communities, with ourselves. How do these, the commitments that very often we make commitments at the beginning of the year. So, where are we now? These commitments, have we honored them? Have we kept them? Or did we just bin them? So many people start gardens in April and then forget about it and go on a holiday in the Bahamas. So, tough for the garden. Same things might happen in partnerships, in communities, or even with yourself. So here comes Hera to remind us to, check out our commitments. Now, The other thing that Hera will do under the bright sun, as the queen that she is she will ask us to embrace the emotions that bind us. Because there is so much light still, she will ask us to, in that light, to be honest with ourselves and to really acknowledge and express, even if it's to ourselves, to a journal, these difficult emotions, and use the strength of the light to do that, because it's way more difficult if you try to do that in January when the sky is dark and everything is, depressing enough, let's put it this way. So using this heat, warm harvest time is also a good time to unbind ourselves from the emotions that are keeping us tiny and small and open to our queenness, our queendom, by expressing those emotions and embracing them. Finally, she is very much connected with nature and nurturing and connection, Hera. And so she will be the one to remind us about presence, about care, and that harvesting these important truths that we have learned along the way. She is there to accompany us, to teach us that true strength is found not only in what we gather, but in standing firmly in our promises, expressing our authentic selves with courage. And yeah, when I started working on this particular circle, she had a message, so I'm going to read the message to you. I channel these goddesses so they talk to me. And she said this. She said, "You are woven into the web of sacred bonds. Stand rooted in your truth. Shine through your commitments." And that is, for me, a very interesting thing, because Lunasa is a time of harvest, and harvest for our ancestors was really a time of community, of coming together to do the harvest. It wasn't something that you could do on your own. You had to be a group of people, family, friends, gathered to harvest, and then they would have a party. And so these commitments that people made to each other, that's how they shown. That's how they showed to the world their brightness and their light, not individually. And this is a moment of year where really there is an invitation to reconnect with that community feeling. Go out, have parties, make barbecues, whatever you want. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be meat, obviously, but have parties under the stars. And really, Lunasa is a time for that, for feasting from the land, for baking, cooking, harvesting herbs, and eating with reverence, joy, and company. We will have time in the darker months to go into introspection and meet the goddesses of the inwards. But for now, it's really important that we kind of I remember being in Greece on a beach one day and feeling that what I was doing was actually like soaking the heat from the sun and kind of almost making provisions for the winter, that I knew that I was not going to get that sun or that light. And it's something of the sort, including with community. So we need to kind of fill in our tanks of contact, of people. So what else can you do for Lunasa? I've got, oh my gosh, 12 ideas. So let's go for it. You can weave a corn or grain doll. I'm sure you'll find billions of tutorials on YouTube. You can use wheat, and then craft a spirit of the harvest for your altars, for instance. You can bless your tools. You can put them outside in the sun for the sun to bless them still. Whatever tools we're talking about, kitchen, garden, magical tools. You can write a gratitude harvest list. What have you grown this year, inside and out? Celebrate it all. You can make a sacred offering of bread, fruit, herbs, or mead on your altar or in nature. There's a lot of animals that are very hungry right now. You can release with fire, um, which is a very traditional method of releasing. So you write things on a piece of paper and then you burn them. Please, please, please be careful with the fire at this season. Mostly if you live in dry countries, there are always so many wildfires. It's really a dangerous period to do so. So alternatively, what you can do is dig. Dig the earth and bury your little bits of paper with whatever you are releasing so that you make space for new growth. If you do use fire, again, please, please be very, very careful. I read recently, and this is something that is, oh, sorry, I'm getting emotional. This is something that is really dear to my heart, being Greek and most of Greece burning. So much of Greece burns every year. 95% of wildfires are set by humans. So please, please be careful. You can also decide to do some of the crazy stuff. Dance. Dance in a field. Dance barefoot. Move your body in the honor of Earth's abundance, even if it's just your garden. Bonus points if you can do that naked. Lie on the ground and listen. Let the earth hold you. Hear what she has to say at this moment of fullness. And look at the clouds if there are any moving around. It's so beautiful. You can create an altar, so you can use grains, sunflowers, bread, harvest fruits, gold cloth, images of the goddesses or the land. And remember that we live, how can I say that? We are renting the space here, the space of the earth. We are tenants, and it's such a nice place to live, right? So, how can I honor it by literally having an altar and remembering every day, every minute that I pass in front of this altar to take a second in gratitude. Um, so as I was saying, you could just go with the full-on gratitude thing. You can even infuse water with gratitude. So leave a bowl of berries and mint and whatever, and then add some water. Add that outside in the sunshine. Infuse it with your gratitude. Drink it or give it to the land. And finally, although it's not completely finally, but which something that is to me really important is share your harvest. So if you actually have a garden, share it. If you want to cook for people, this is the time. And give a gift, offer your skills, your talents, donate to a cause, feed a friend in need or not in need, somebody who doesn't need your gratitude, but somebody who you will feel better for giving to. It's an amazing moment in time to give and to receive. And that's why I'm insisting on the community thing. The last thing that you can do around this time of year is what I call honoring the turning. So maybe you want to speak an intention for the months ahead, something to carry you into the darker half of the year. Because this is the moment when we are at peak power and we can harness this magic power of the heat and the sun and the high energy to kind of carry us into the darker parts of the year. Because this is the season of ripening, when the sun begins its slow descent and the earth offers up her first fruits. It's time to honor the fire that has sustained us, the steady passion, the quiet strength and deep creativity that live within us all. Lughnasadh invites us to pause and give thanks for what we have grown, to gather the gifts of our journey, and to offer something of ourselves in return. As the wheel turns once more, we are reminded to walk with gratitude, to share our harvest, and trust the wisdom that ripens in us with time. So this is my explanation, if you want, around Lughnasadh. But most of the things that are interesting to do around these festivals do not happen with our heads. They happen within our hearts or within our souls. And so I would invite you now to, again, put yourself into a meditation mode or something like that and listen to a beautiful poem that I did not write. A poet called Amy Clampett wrote that one. And it's called Harvest Home. The heavy sun has turned its face. The wheat, gold-tipped, waits to be cut, and shadows stretch a little longer through daylight, though daylight still holds court. The fields, once singing, now grow quiet, whispering of days grown short. We gather what the earth has given in gratitude and gentle knowing, the fire of summer slowly fading, the twilight that will soon be growing. This is the time to hold the light before the darkness comes to stay, to dance with sunbeams one last time and send the long bright days away. I really love it. It's beautiful. I hope you like it too. So, the next bit of this invitation is for a short meditation to connect with Hera, with the goddess Hera, and see how she can help us or she can walk with us for Lughnasadh. So if you're up for that, it's going to last 10-ish minutes. You can, sorry, I just need my notes. You can just sit down, make yourself comfortable. Or lie down and find a place where you feel safe and supported. If you're watching this on replay, you can also go and listen to that outside. That would be amazing. I'm just going to drink a little bit. And invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Begin by turning and tuning into your body. Notice the rhythm of your breath, the steady pulse of your heart, the strength that lives in your bones. Let yourself arrive fully in this moment, grounded and open. Now, imagine yourself standing in a sunlit field at the cusp of harvest. The air hums with the energy of gathering and celebrations. Sheaves of grain are tied carefully, ready to be brought home. The scent of earth and ripe fruits fills the breeze, rich, deep, and full of promise. As you stand here, you can feel Hera's presence approach. She comes with grace and quiet power, her eyes warm yet piercing, her hands extended in offering and welcome. She is the guardian of bonds, the keeper of vows, the protector of hearts. She offers you a woven wreath, a symbol of sacred promises and the strength found in connection. You receive it with reverence. You take a deep breath and feel her energy flow into you, steady, nurturing, courageous. With every inhale, let her wisdom settle deep into your bones. She reminds you that true power lies in honoring your commitments to yourself, to your loved ones, to the wider community that sustains us all, to the earth we walk upon. You gently place your hands over your heart, and you feel the sacred fire within, the passion that fuels your connections, your commitments, your promises, your truth, your courage to stand in that truth, and the deep love that anchors you. Hera invites you to honor the bonds you have nurtured, to gather with your community and to renew your vows of support and care, to feel the gratitude for that support, both given and received, preparing together for the coming darker days of winter. Let the warmth of the late summer sun fill you. Let the rhythm of the earth steady you. Let Hera's presence enfold you. Take a moment to set an intention for this season. Perhaps it's a vow to speak your truth more boldly, to deepen your emotional bonds, or to honor the commitments that nurture your soul. Whisper your intention to the field, to Hera, and let it root in the earth beneath you. I stand in my truth with gratitude. I honor my bonds to community and self. I am anchored in love, courage, and gathering strength. Feel Hera's blessing surrounding you, a crown of light, a crown of strength, reminding you that you are held, that your commitments are sacred, and that your heart's voice matters. Take one last deep breath in, carrying the sense of empowered connection with you. Let it live in your body, in your breath, in your spirit. When you're ready, thank the goddess and slowly bring your awareness back into the room. Feel the earth beneath you, the steadiness of your breath. Open your eyes, carrying Hera's energy and the spirit of Lughnasadh with you into the world. So I hope you're all back by now. I'm going to have a drink myself. And we are going to move into the last part of our circle today, and that is journaling. I very strongly believe that journaling is the best self-development tool, if ever. And that basically connecting with the parts of ourselves that we don't remember can happen very, very easily when we write. And again, we write for ourselves, we don't write for anybody else. So I have 4 journaling questions. I'm going to read them one by one and give you some minutes to answer them. I will try and put some music in the meantime, but let's go with the questions first. So the first question is, what commitments in my life am I ready to honor or renew with myself, others, or my community? Put that in the chat of both the group and sorry, and the Zoom, and I'm going to try and do some music now. Hopefully. Okay, I think this is going to work. What commitments in my life am I ready to honor or renew with myself, others, or my community? Find your stopping point, and let's go for the second question or prompt. How do my relationships support and challenge me to grow stronger and more courageous? Obviously, you can come back to this. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, but you can come back to this if you're live, if you're on the replay. Just pause and take your time. Support and challenge me to grow stronger and more courageous. Stopping point, and then of course you can come back to that later, as I was saying. question or the third prompt is, in what ways can I deepen my love and loyalty to myself, my loved ones, and my larger community? In what ways can I deepen my love and loyalty to myself, my loved ones, and my larger community? Community. Stopping point. And the final prompt will be, what fruits of courage and connection have I gathered this season, and how can I share their abundance as I prepare for the coming rest? Fruits of courage and connection have I gathered this season, and how can I share their abundance as I prepare for the coming rest? So, what fruits of courage and connection have I gathered this season, and how can I share their abundance as I prepare for the coming rest? Stopping point. Voila. I hope that this was inspiring. I'm going to try and stop sharing my sound, although I don't know how to do that. So obviously you can still hear my voice. I don't know how you do that. Ah, there you go. I found it. So, um, the last thing I want to do is share one card from my Goddess Self-Care Oracle deck, which is a deck I created, and there it is. And it's a Hera card, obviously. And I picked it up. I didn't, I chose it, hand-picked it for this circle. So here it is. It's a Hera card. You can see the little goddess Hera here. Um, and it says, spend time with friends. Friends are the spice of life, and way too often we forget to take time to dedicate attention, to actually see them, to give and take news and enjoy their company. So grab your phone, make a call, and meet someone for coffee today and someone for lunch tomorrow. It will do wonders for both of you. So this is Hera's invitation for all of us in this Lughnasadh time. And yes, I hope you have enjoyed this. I am going to close the magic circle here for now. And then I have another two little things to say. But for now, we thank all the gods and goddesses, angels, archangels, spirit guides, totem animals, and anyone who was here with us during this circle. We thank Gaia from below for assisting us with her unconditional love. We thank Uranus from above with his infinite peace. We thank the spirits of the west, spirits of the water. We thank spirits of the south, spirits of the fire. We thank spirits of the east, spirits of the air, and we thank the spirits of the north, spirits of the earth. And we thank each and every one of us. Let the circle be open but never be broken. Let's keep the peace and faith in each other until we meet again. So mote it be. Thank you again for being here, whether live or on the replay. I love doing these circles. The next one is obviously going to be around Mabon, so around the the autumn equinox. If you have the desire, I would love for you to share a word as a blessing for yourself, for the community. So you can write that in the chat box. Even if you're watching this on replay, I would still love to have that word to share with your sisters, whether they are in the circle right this minute or whether they were or they're going to be. So my word would be, what would my word be? I think, very classically, my word would be love this week. That's what I want to share with everyone. Oh, thank you. And obviously, this is a free circle. But if you really insist on giving me money, I will never refuse it. So you can buy me a coffee at coffee.com. I've put the link here. So you can find that. But you will also find, maybe you're listening to this on my podcast, where it will live forever as from tomorrow morning. Oh, we have another word. We have a word that I love very much. It's the word dedicate. Thank you. Thank you for anyone who joined live or on the replay. I will now say goodbye for now and see you in 6 weeks if I don't see you beforehand. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Bye for now.